Hey guys, welcome to the Model Citizen Podcast. We're your hosts, Hunter and Michaela. We are so excited to have you here. All right, let's dive in.
It's a weird, wild, and wacky time to be alive.
Wild West.
I'm digging these pigtails.
Listen, we're sporty. You said, do you like cat's eye? And I was like, yeah, girly, I do.
Yeah, girly, I'm the sporty one in the cat's eye lineup.
Cat's eye is like what are they? Japanese? Korean?
No, they're American. They're not like a K-pop band. They're like literally based in Los Angeles.
They're like Spice Girls. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. They're
So
Spice
fun.
Girls, but I will say they're like, I feel like the Spice Girls, they were very like, okay, each one is like their own like very specific thing.
Mhm.
Whereas Cat's Eye is like, they're very
They're all
much
same.
the same. Like it's very kind
the
of
same.
like everyone
any
is sort of
point,
just a different version of, you know.
Right. You also just don't know. You know, people will be like, "Oh, I love
Manon.
who?" Yes,
Manon.
but also like they'll just be like certain songs, and I'll be like,
yeah.
"That's not so and so singing that." Wait, what? That's not. You know what I mean?
Right. No, it's very much I don't know. I mean, I guess when the Spanish starts being spoken, you know who's doing it.
Thank you.
You know. I do think it's funny how, not funny, but one of the girls like has already taken a hiatus for her mental health, and I'm like, you guys, you just started.
Listen,
You just started
that would be
hitting
me.
the airwaves like a year ago. Like
The way that I just simply could never be in a group situation, like a One
Yeah.
Direction, a girl band, unless it was just like you and I,
right.
because I feel
I was gonna
like,
say, what is this?
no, like I would have to
This
be
is a
with
girl
someone
band.
that like would love me unconditionally.
Yeah.
Number one. And no,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
a girl band. I don't want anyone to get it twisted. This is not a podcast. This is a girl band.
Right. This is
okay?
actually us singing. This is our
This
singing
is us
voices.
This is a new song, our new single. But I just feel like I would need someone who like would love me unconditionally because A, I would probably drive people nuts. B, I'm too much of a people pleaser to say what I mean.
Right.
And then I would be annoyed that they're not like reading my mind. And I just be
Right.
like, okay, I need a break from my mental health.
Right.
So,
you're like 7 days into the girl group of it all.
Yeah,
You're like,
I
I
need a
actually
break.
need to step away from my mental health. And also, you know what I love about your hair right now is that it's 2 different colored hair ties. And that
Oh, Michaela.
is so
Michaela,
you. And it's
can I
so
tell you
you to have 2
something?
different colored hair ties and
Can
for
I
me to
tell
notice it.
you?
And I would never in a million years. And that
Can I
is
tell
what's so
you?
fun. Yeah, tell
The
me.
moment I looked in my little drawer, I said, oopsie daisies, I have one black and I have one nude. And I know for a fact my sister is going to mention the 2 hair ties. So you'll notice in the beginning of the episode, I flipped one back.
Right.
Because I
You're
thought,
trying to
maybe
hide
she
it.
won't even notice.
No.
And then I flipped it forward and I thought, you know what? Go with it. But my sister's going to mention it.
Yeah.
And if you didn't mention it right
Top of the
off the bat,
episode. Top of the
top of
episode.
the episode. It's funky though, dude. It's like
It's
quirky.
something.
It's
It's-
quirky.
It is.
Look at
It's
that.
very quirky. It's very weird Barbie. You know, it's very Kate
weird
McKinnon
Barbie.
weird Barbie, and like half your head is shaved, and like half of it's another color.
Very.
That's
Also, this
very
like
much
shirt
you.
is fitting weird. I'm giving weird Barbie.
It's definitely like it's a weird thing. I'm America Ferrera's character, and you are.
and
weird
none of us are
Barbie.
Barbie.
No, none of us are Barbie, and that's the whole
No.
thing. Like that's the appeal of Barbie is that it's
None of us.
unattainable at the end of the day. Like, oh my god, dude! I just like, but also I love Barbie so much. I don't care what anyone ever says.
Dude, no, I literally love. I've also along my travels as I bit bop out of like little thrifting places, I've seen so many cute little like vintage Barbies, and I'm just like, oh, they're so cute. But
You're
Ava's
just
not
like,
really
God,
in
my sister would love that. But anyway, I'm gonna
But
waltz right
anywho,
past it.
Can
I talk about? No. I gotta say something first. But this is
a Spix macaw flew in front of my car.
Okay, we can't do birds in front of the car talk again.
A macaw.
We can't do birds in front of the car talk
a
again.
macaw. A Spix macaw.
Bro, I'm macabre talking about
I'm
the
kidding.
the bird.
But how crazy would it be that a Brazilian native bird flew in front of my car?
What do you mean? They're here for the World Cup, obviously.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so in our bathroom, I've had like 2 hooks that have the towels on them, right? Like the hand towels. That's been like kind of like my vibe
listen,
in there.
you come to this podcast for
riveting content. No, but this is a compliment to you. And I was like, God, you're like, okay, wait, now I'm locked in.
Sorry, rewind it. Let's really lock in. Everybody lock in.
Rewind.
Lock in.
Everyone listening, ears on. Hunter is saying something positive.
Also, I've integrated listening ears on into my motherhood. Anyway,
that's where it's from, is listening ears on. Okay. Right. And then once I stopped having like a mom that could tell me what to do, like mom can still tell me what to do, but I can choose it. They've been off ever since. I have not listened to one single piece of guidance. No, I was like, I hate, when you see something in your house and you're like, oh, I actually despise this now. Like, yeah. I didn't even notice it really.
Every little thing in my house right now.
Every little thing, I just start being like, oh, I'm actually like, I'm a visceral reaction to this every time I see it. So I decided those hooks gotta go. Ow. And I decided to replace it with a ring, like a little towel ring, right? Great. So we had put up the 2 hooks with command strips. Now, command strips are the biggest lie of all time.
Crazy, bro.
But we don't own, so you have to understand my thought process.
But how about these were a little hole?
I know.
Is just
Hunter.
You just lick your finger and feel it.
This is the thing. Now I agree. We put those up when we first moved here. Ever since then, I'm like, put the fucking hole in the wall.
Put the hole in the wall.
Put the hole in the wall and just put a little piece of fucking cotton swab in it.
Put a piece of one little dollop of cottage cheese. No one's gonna know.
No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know, dude. Our landlord painted right over the light switches. Why can't we put
a little cheese in our cottage cheese filled holes?
I'm putting a Cheez-It in there. I'm just gonna stick a Cheez-It. I'm not gonna cover it. I'm not gonna color it. It's just gonna be one tiny little end of a Cheez-It. What are they called? The sticks? Curse? No, the sticks, the cheesy sticks, the chip. What am I thinking of right now? They come in flaming. Cheeto. A Cheeto. A little stick of a Cheeto.
Put a Taki. Put the end of a Taki in there and call it a day. Okay,
and just have the boo part coming out. Yeah, okay, so we took those off last night. And I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be so quick. I get a little ring off of Amazon. I'm going to take these things off, put the ring in. We are good to go. Oh, of course. Yeah. Surely no. So we take off the hook. And of course, it rips off half my wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Me.
And then Martin was going to do the installing of the ring because I'm like, I don't want to do that. Yeah. So imagine I'm like, I needed help to take off this command strip. You're like, Michaela, you've gotten to a point now where the Queen of Sheba-ness is just reached a level. Sorry guys, there's just so much noise going on over here. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm bumping into shit.
You are crazy with noise. No one hears a thing.
Go. Okay. So we take the hooks off and takes up half my wall and somehow also leaves residue. So I'm like, how are you taking off the wall but also leaving residue? Did you put the residue behind the paint?
Yeah.
Had to get there.
No.
Had to get there. And so it rips off and I'm like, great. Oh, this is so perfect because we're taking off 2 things in the wall to put something in the middle of it. So it's not like I can even cover.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Like that. I guess.
I can't just be like, I'm taking the thing and it's all good because I'm going to cover it anyway. Like it's the 2 things are here.
Yeah.
And then the one thing I'm putting is in the middle. So those things are just so obviously there. And then I decide, I'm like, God, you know what I am? At the end of the day, I'm nothing if not an artist. So I decide I'm going to get my acrylic paints out and I'm going to start color matching. I'm going to color match and I'm going to paint in these little spots, right? I love to pretend like that is my strong suit when it comes to my artistry. I am horrendous at color matching. I always have been.
Color theory has
escaped me.
one of the hardest. It's actually what Brian excelled in college.
Brian,
which is why I'll show him the same color,
Yeah.
which in my eyes is the same color, and he'll be like, "Those are two completely different whites." And I'm
Brian
like,
would have absolutely nailed this and absolutely saved me because I can't do color theory in that way. Here's the thing. That is university. That's going to college. That's
so
like
now
that
we
level.
have- now we
So
have
now
two-
we have two holes that are also now completely miscolored, right?
worse. It's worse piled on top of worse.
It's worse. And all I kept doing is making it worse and
Yeah.
worse and worse.
Yes.
And somehow, even though I did not use a single warm toned color,
Yeah.
it's yellow. It's yellow on my wall.
Yes.
On my light blue gray wall in my bathroom.
Thank you.
Yellow,
Every
the
day
color
for me.
yellow.
Yes.
Somehow it's a blue gray, but also a bright reddish yellow.
It's always, I swear to God, dude.
I don't know how we
This
got
is the
here.
command strip way, though.
And I took, this is the command strip way. This is the command strip way. And I sent the photo into chat and I said, chat, what do I do? And chat literally was like, just stop. Like, don't go any further. And chat is
was
always
like,
going
I'm
to give
actually-
you a solution.
But also chat's like, I'm actually not even supposed to like go against what you want me to say, but like I have to here
I have to. I've become now in this moment sentient and I need to save your life because there was no like giving me a solution. It was don't go any further. Like just stop. This is going to be, don't do it. Don't be lazy. Go to the paint store, take
get a
chip
picture and cover it up like a normal
Go
person.
get a picture and cover it up like a normal fucking person. You absolute kookadook, right? So anyway, I have this lovely getting the ring in was a whole thing. I can't even get into it. Me and Martin, it was a strain on the relationship last night because it's
what
like
the hell's a ring?
Like the rings that's like a metal ring. And then you put the towel through it. Do you know what I mean? And then
okay,
it
are we
goes
talking
on the wall.
hand towels? Or are we talking
hand towel. Just a hand towel. Just a hand towel. If I could, if I had my phone not recording. I would. And so we have that now on that wall. It looks beautiful. It looks lovely. But here's the thing. Of course, you can't just put the screw in. Of course, there's going to be no. Of course you can't. No. Surely no. No. Of course, when the place that I want to put my ring, there is a ghost of a second wall behind the wall. Yes. That is somehow, by the way, as Martin says, moving like this when he tries to screw.
You've hit the piece of metal that's behind the wall in all of the wall. Okay.
In all the wall.
It's supposed to be 12 inches apart where there's a stud each way, right? Mm-hmm. You've somehow hit the metal that goes across. Now, this happens anytime. Absolutely. And now here's the thing. You could have told me, hey, I'm going to hang up a little ring for my, and I would have said, hey, listen, just so you know, these are the roadblocks you're going to hit. You're not going to have the right tools. The wall, your husband's going to tell you the wall is doing something. Okay?
I always wait. And I'm like, I know that he's going to be like, so here's the thing. And I'm pissed already. I'm pissed. Pissed because why can't a wall just be a wall? You know what I mean? Like, why can't the wall just be drillable?
Why can't you drill a hole and then you just drill a hole and you look at it and you say, hey, that's a hole, and you go about your day.
Right. Why is my walls made out of sponge material? Like I want to know why the back of my wall, why there's multiple walls. Hank, he was like, it's cardboard or something. I'm like, there's not a piece of cardboard behind the wall. Like it, and and then I look at my walls and I'm like, these are literally made out of sponge. These are made out of soft clay that dried. You know what I mean? Like, what is this wall made of? How is this house standing? And it begs that question.
Also, same.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that literally because we'll be able to put something in our wall and then I'll be able to literally just yank it out with my hand.
No, like, okay. Literally. Wait. And I'm just like,
not safe.
How is this house standing still is what I want to know, because it's been put up with cardboard, apparently.
And marshmallows.
Soft mold clay, marshmallows, and duct tape.
And that's it.
And that's literally it. So it's a whole thing. I decided instead of painting it now and making it way worse, I'm going to get a very small, cute, little vintage botanical framed print and put that there instead. And I think it's going to look fierce.
Brilliant.
I'm going to put another hole in, but this is going to be an easy one.
Brilliant. Yeah, do famous last
This
words.
one's going to be easy.
Here's the thing
peasy,
about
and
it.
you know it.
Is that is brilliant. When in doubt, I don't want anyone to come into my house and take down any photo because there will be multiple holes behind it. There will be so many hack jobs. If there's a gallery wall, that gallery wall wasn't wanted. Right. It was needed, okay?
It was needed. It was a necessity.
I didn't choose the gallery wall. The gallery wall chose me.
Right.
That was because I was trying to hang something. That thing got worse. There was a hole, which then created another hole. Now I have to put up a fucking gallery wall. You understand? So it's kind of like the decor has to choose you.
Right. No one asks for a gallery wall. The gallery wall is forced upon you.
Because you can't get it together and because you have walls that go like this. We all have walls that somehow go like this.
Right.
If our house is 120 years old.
Right. There's going to be a piece of cardboard from an Amazon box, even in a 100-year-old house, an Amazon box piece of cardboard back there, right where I was trying to drill.
Dude.
That's moving with the wind.
Brian literally does that shit all the time. And no. Let me hear this. Why is it that I do everything myself? Well, because you're not going to hear the wall it's just drywall back there from me. Okay.
Right.
You are going to hear it from my husband.
Right.
Now, I have to tell you, when we just recently hung up a mirror downstairs that is very heavy. And the way that the mirror is so fucking off center. And so many holes behind there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now we also had another person come in. I'm not going to name it. Him, her, whoever. Also off center. Okay. I looked at these two boys and I said, fellas, step aside. Let a real man do the job. Okay. Because this is bad. No, literally. I was like, this is bad. So I did what any man would. And I measured each side. I measured top to bottom. God forbid we measure. And I put a stud in. You're looking at it.
A stud putting a stud in.
I was just putting a stud in with my stud finder. And when I put that thing on, man, that beeps so much whenever it's near me.
Beeped so quickly. It got this close to you. It was beeping.
I was like, not me. Find the stud in the wall. And if I didn't hit a stud immediately and put an anchor in and put a nail in and make that shit so straight on. So all that to say, everyone's walls seem a little funky,
a little fragile.
When your wife wants you to do something, the wall
all of a sudden, exactly. The wall is made out of silly putty, and
nothing will test a relationship more than asking your husband to do something.
No, literally. But hanging things specifically. A hole in the wall is like, I want to see them do that on Love Island. I'm like, you guys think that your relationship's been tested by Casa Amor? Hang a fucking photo. And let's see where things go from there. Make it straight and also consider measuring. Yeah. You do those three things and you're going to be together forever.
That's actually such a good thing. Like, God, you guys, if you guys hear a baby crying in the background.
It's just Brian.
It's Brian because we're talking shit about him.
That actually reminds me of when Martin and his brother were younger. One time they were fucking around upstairs playing, and Bobby had because boys, Bobby had taken a broomstick or something and thrown it at Martin, and it went right through the door of their bathroom, and they were like, "Oh, I remember shit!"
You telling me that.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh shit!" There's a hole in the bathroom door. So what did they do? Of course, because they're young boys and they have genius minds, they put stickers over the hole, thinking,
"Brilliant,
Mom and Dad are not gonna notice these Transformer stickers all over the upstairs bathroom door." Right?
That's the evolution. That's
how
it
goes.
And then it goes into picture frames. And then you have a gallery wall.
And then you have a gallery wall. Ergo, we all have gallery walls.
Right. You walk into someone's
and
house.
And a little bit of resentment towards our husbands. And thank you. And scene.
True.
If you don't think his parents notice immediately and we're like, why is there fucking stickers?
Yeah.
On
Dude,
the bathroom?
I'd be more pissed about the stickers than I would be about
literally. Because now you got to take the stickers off and it's a whole my bathroom situation, making it worse. Where ChatGPT is like, just stop while you're ahead.
No, and it's literally the thing is that when you have two things on the side, like my backyard right now looks so cute, except for we have these two things of plywood that Brian has yet to paint. So I told him, I said, just take them off. Let's just take them off. Let's just have the groundhog holes there. Just take them off. We're not going to paint them. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Right.
We'll just do the groundhog holes.
Pissed.
And
pissed.
so
By the
pissed,
way.
dude,
By the way, pissed.
literally so pissed. And I'm like, I don't even want to send my family any photos of my backyard because I don't even, because
You're like, I just won't send any photos. So it's fine. It actually works
Don't
great.
worry about
because
it.
I didn't want to send
all
any
my
photos.
hard work.
Hard work. Yeah.
Hanging out
Take 'em
market
off.
lights.
Take them off.
That's it. I'm not going to send anybody
Forget
any
it.
photos. Don't worry about it. Forget it.
Forget it.
Forget it.
Forget it.
God, dude.
Can I tell you a story before I forget? And I need to know if you
Please.
remember this story. Because I told Martin this story the other day and he was like, oh my God, you have to talk about it on a podcast. You have to bring it up to Hunter because I don't know if she's going to remember. And I was like, I don't know if she's going to remember because she was really young when this happened. But I don't know if you remember, there was a time when we were moving. I think we were moving to the house that was above where I went to middle school. And we were going through boxes and we had found a Blockbuster rented video in the case and everything. And you got really upset and like nervous that we still had
didn't
that.
return it.
That we didn't return it. Do you remember this at all?
I vaguely remember it now that you're telling me it.
Yeah. And you were like really upset. And I just remember being like, I think it was the first time that I had been like, oh my God, she's crazy.
Oh God. All right,
rule follower. I was like, yeah, no, literally, it was in that moment I realized what a square rule follower ass bitch
Dude,
you
that's
were.
So
Because you were, I just remember you being like really upset and like really freaked out by it. And I was like, don't worry, it's fine. Like they're not going to do anything. And if we get a late fee, it's going to be like $4. Like mom and dad can cover it.
Dude,
it's
but
fine.
how much were we like told when we were younger, like, okay, library books, like, dude, I thought if I didn't return my library book or a Blockbuster movie, it's at jail, dude. Bye. Jail.
Blockbuster movie, library,
LimeWire.
turning on the light in your car while you're driving.
Bro, I still believe it. That's illegal. I literally
still,
the kids.
I think about it all the time. Is it
like,
illegal? It's not illegal, right?
No, it's not illegal.
Why would it be there?
Why would they have lights in the car if you can't turn them on?
Oop. Is it illegal? It is not illegal to turn the interior lights of your car. However, according to traffic experts at the California Highway Patrol, doing so at night can create dangerous glare. Okay, well, that doesn't mean illegal, Mom.
It doesn't mean illegal, but even like high beams when someone's driving past you.
Right.
I feel like that's illegal. Every time I do it, I'm like,
that should be illegal, I think, is the high beams and the very bright lights.
I agree.
But anyway,
Speaking
so you got very upset. You got very upset about the Blockbuster video not being returned. And I just remember being,
that's
like I just said, very
my
much taking it, holding it, and being like, she's crazy.
Gosh,
she's a little bit off. Okay. So yeah, just had to share that story with you. I was like,
so
this
funny.
is very
I do
Hunter.
Vaguely remember that. Also, that's so me, dude. And that's so my son. My son is he will literally, every morning we draw. Mm-hmm. And every morning he will remind Ava and us to put the caps back on the markers. He's like, put the caps back on. The cap's not on. That's not the orange one on the orange one, Ava. Love. Like he is that kid. He's just, he's rule follower, all of that.
I feel like the kids sort of clock each other. Your kids clock each other's tea all day long. Like Ava will be like, Hudson, eat your food. It's going to get cold. And Hudson will be like, Ava, put your cap on. Like they're,
so you know, Ava's his mom. Okay. Right. She'll literally be like, Hudsy, be careful up there. And she'll be like, Hudsy, bud, why don't you sit down and eat your food? She literally calls him bud. Hey, bud, why don't you finish your food? You didn't even eat yet. And she'll literally put her hands on her hips. And I'm like, huh. It's like looking at me and a little tiny human. And then Hudson will follow the rules of others. He'll listen to Ava, but he won't really tell Ava what to do.
Right.
It's so funny.
Right. That the video her last night was so funny when she was like, no way, Jose. So she is funny, man. Those kids. I was FaceTiming with Dad and we were talking about it yesterday. And those kids are.
Dude. The kids are funny. And now here's my theory on it, actually.
Okay.
I think because I will be out and about like on the playground or like with school kids, whatever, and the parents, and we'll be talking about like, oh, my kid loves XYZ. And I'm always like, oh, my kid loves like Indiana Jones. He loves The Sandlot. He loves, all these like, like his favorite movie is Big, right? And all these parents are like, either they're like, what? We've never even seen any of that. Two, they're like, what? Like you let your kid watch that? And I think the theory is that because his dad is older, Brian really wants him to see all of the 80s movies, which is like prime, like shaped the humor that we are seeing today of growing up. And kids his age, and same with Ava, they're not watching Big. Like they're not watching, The Sandlot. Like, yes, some of them are, but most of them are watching like way younger, or they're watching like a Disney thing. Like Hudson and Ava love like a 90s comedy. He watches Indiana Jones. He watches Star Wars. Like all of this, and I think it's because his dad is older. I mean, Brian's almost 50, and he's like introduced him old. He's introduced him early to all of these because, dude, the humor is literally like people will stop us when they're out and they're just like, that is the funniest fucking thing I've ever like heard in my life.
Completely. That's honestly, that checks out. Cause I don't really understand the humor these days necessarily of like the kids shows. So
no, a lot of it is like, boing, ooh, ouch, you know what I mean? Like, ouch.
Right. It's very much, I don't know, maybe we just had, I don't want to say evolved, but we just had more of like an adult sense of humor thrust upon us at a younger age. But
that's why his teachers literally are always like, he's so funny.
He was telling Dad was telling me a story about how he was showing him the boats that he was looking at to buy. And Dad had started kind of joking around and making little goofy jokes. And Hudson was at one point stopped him and was like, Pa, he's like, stop. This is serious business.
Yeah. Literally his favorite thing. This is serious business.
Like, and he was just like so on it. He was like, he was dead ass. He was like, no, this is serious. We're talking about buying a boat. This is a huge purchase.
Like lock in.
You have to be smart. Yeah, lock in. You have to be
financially smart and set for this.
Right. What like, about I don't want to see any. Yeah. Right.
No, my kids are literally hilarious. And I think that's all because of me. He also, are you going to say something?
I was going to talk about something different, but I do want to hear you say something else.
Has he started being very interested? I mean, we haven't let him watch the whole movie yet. We've only given him parts with Harry Potter. He's obsessed lately with Harry Potter. And now, here's our Halloween costume. He's Harry.
Don't say it.
Ava's Hermione.
You're Voldemort, and I'm Moaning Myrtle.
No, honey, he gave you Hagrid.
Why am I Hagrid? Why am I Shrek and I'm Hagrid? I thought he loved me.
He gave you Hagrid, so you have to show up as Hagrid.
Okay. I'll just roll out of bed, honestly.
I want you to get method with it as you do every year.
As I do every year. You think I won't like
start
get fully
working
into
your
it?
Back muscles and get wide and method with it.
I'm going to get real wide. This back is going to get big.
He's loving
big
Harry
for
Potter.
Hagrid.
He's also just feels so bad for Harry because he's like, why would those parents put him under the stairs? And then I, of course, am like, yeah, you know how sometimes you're like, well, you want to go to a different house? That's where people live in different houses. So.
Right. That's the life that you could be living. And you
could live under the
living
stairs.
With the Dursleys under the stairs. The thing is like, it is really fucked up. Like if you actually are like, looking,
and they're like hiding letters.
No, it's horrible. No, it's horrible. They're absolutely horrible people. And it's just interesting that they would leave him with like them when they could have just not done that. There's a lot of questions. I've read as we all know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, although less so now considering the fact that J.K. Rowling is an absolute piece of shit turf. And so I don't really like outwardly support it anymore. I just sort of have a retroactive look back fondness and love of the books and the movies. They literally changed my life, and it's so sad. And it's like that's probably my biggest disappointment in this world when it comes to celebrities that have disappointed me. It's my biggest disappointment is J.K. Rowling being such a fucking anti-trans piece of absolute garbage. Like is my biggest heartbreak. Everyone has their celebrity heartbreak, I feel, and that's my biggest one. But I have still so many questions about certain things, and like I don't know. It's just it. But as a kid, what a fucking story! What a story! What a
it's so like nostalgic to watch it and just be like see it all back. Obviously, I think Voldemort's too scary for him. I even was like, Dobby's too scary.
Dobby's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. He is a little bit scary, but also it's like you do kind of become pretty like numbed to it because you see Voldemort in every movie and you're just kind of like, oh, there he is. You know, you're kind of just like, huh.
Yeah.
He's also like, I feel a lot less scary in the beginning books or movies because he's supposed to be. As you can tell, like when you watch the first couple of movies, it's very like light and fun and na 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 na. Like everything's very. He's just learning, and then the movies get like so dark, like just
I know, and that's like.
So, but like emotionally, not scary necessarily, but just like emotionally dark. But such good books. I wish J.K. Rowling wasn't so awful. Yeah. But I mean, you know, you could start reading the books with them too.
I know we were thinking that. He's been also kind of interested in chapter books. So I might, but it is hard because I'm like, oof. Maybe if I find one and I can thrift it. So I don't have to give her. Like the money goes into her pocket, and I'll just thrift it. One,
or I can bring one of mine. I have a couple
copies.
That's
like already been bought.
Yeah.
We don't support transphobes. Thank you.
It's so sad because remember I waited 3 hours in line to get her to sign my first copy.
Yes.
3 hours in line. I was probably like 12, 13 maybe to get her to sign my very first copy. And now to me, it's like I could care less about that signature when that used to mean a lot to me, you know?
I know. Isn't that so sad?
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's honestly fucked up. And like, if only, you know, she wasn't such a bad person. But anyway.
Anywho, what were you going to tell me?
I was going to tell you, have you ever heard the concept of optimization OCD?
No, tell me.
So I have been looking this up. Basically, optimization OCD, as is said on the interwebs, an unofficial, informal term for the overwhelming, anxious urge to make every decision or task perfectly efficient. It traps people in an analysis paralysis and endless tweaking. Symptoms include making spreadsheets for mundane choices, researching endlessly, and skipping meals to work, driven by fear of making the wrong choice. The condition typically operates in a continuous loop. An intrusive thought that you are wasting time sparks anxiety, leading to compulsive planning or list making that offers only temporary relief before the cycle repeats. I saw this and was like, oh my God, that's literally me. Like that is so how my brain works. Like, to the point, everything has to be done like the perfect, most optimized way in my brain. Like I can't just like do the thing. It's got to be like, I can't just have a new hobby. It has to be, I have all the best stuff. I'm learning it from the ground up. I'm learning like the basics, the foundations, and then building on that. I'm writing lists. I'm researching things within an inch of their life. Like I was like, wow, that is so
and it has to be done now.
And it has to be done now, but it just becomes like such a cycle. And it's really interesting because I'd never heard of it because I don't have OCD the way that it's like in a pathological way where I have to like, I can't go to sleep if I don't touch my doorknob 40 times where it's like debilitating in that way. But I think I do have this kind of mindset where you're just
I think OCD, I think that we will come to find out that it's the same as like autism. Like I think it's just a spectrum of like how is it like a tick OCD? Is it a brain OCD? Is it something you have to do in order to do, you know, A plus B equals C? Is it like, I think that there's a spectrum when it comes to it. And I also think there's probably something tied in with autism spectrum, ADHD, OCD. Like I'm sure down the line we'll see how the spectrum kind of like plays
I mean,
out.
It's all neurodivergence at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like
but that's really interesting. That is literally you. That is literally you. And I'm the antithesis of that.
I'm just like sort of doing it.
Whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you know what? It doesn't even have to get done.
You know what? On that, don't even do it. Let's not even do
it.
Also, though, I kind of like, I feel like I need to be better with that. And we've talked about this before. I feel like I am actually getting a little bit better with that, though, where I'll just like, I think I'm getting better. And then I slip back into it. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, I'll just leave this mess. And then I'm sitting there like this. No, I'm loving leaving this mess here. No, it's great. No, I'm living in my house, you know, and I'm just like,
right. I also think though that there's certain things like, you know, if cleaning or whatever, and we've talked about this before because I've talked about how there's all those videos that's like, hey mamas, leave the mess. It's fine for tomorrow. Right. I cannot be a good mom and a good wife and a good human because I will go to bed stressing about that mess. I'd rather just clean it up and then just start my day as me. And so I think that there is certain things where it's like, listen, if you're somebody where that's where you thrive best, whatever, then fine. Like do that thing, but it's when it becomes debilitating and it's all you think about, it's all you talk about, it's all you is like taking up every capacity in your brain is like, wow, this is crazy.
Right. Well, it reminds me of like how like Martin likes to rest before he gets things done. And I like to get things done before I rest, which I think, you know, Martin and I are so aligned on almost everything. That is one of our biggest hurdles is like, he likes to sort of like be laid back and sort of like chill. And then he's going to like shore up the energy and then he's going to get it done. Whereas I'm like, I cannot relax and I cannot chill until I've done everything I need to do on my to-do list. And I will just be sitting there like this.
Completely.
Until I get it all done. And I'm always like, I can't relax is the thing. So it's an interesting level of compromise that has to happen.
There's a hack, and I don't know if this is a hack. Maybe this is a well-known thing. And I want you to share it with Martin, and I wanted to say it in case anyone who's listening, I know that a lot of you do, take Vyvanse in the morning. It's usually when you're supposed to take it. What I've been doing is if I wake up early, let's say I just kind of pop up at 5:30, I'll take my Vyvanse and then I'll go back to sleep because it takes about an hour to like hit its peak.
Right.
Or it takes about an hour to really like start working. I think it's like 3 hours to hit its peak or something. Right. But what I've noticed is that when I do that, even if I have to set an alarm and I take it earlier and then I go back to sleep, is that when I'm ready to wake up, I'm on it. I am on it. Whereas before I would wake up, then I would take my Vyvanse and then mornings would just feel really like slow. And I was like, oh, I need to like just kind of like get the momentum going, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple hours would go by and I'd be like, okay, I'm starting to like perk up. But when I do this, it gives me that like my body's resting while it's working and then I can just wake up and go. So I don't know. I saw this on Threads. It was like a hack, like ADHD hack. And I was like, oh, I have to tell Martin about that. I wonder
what other ADHD hacks are there?
Always eating protein.
Okay.
You know, like right if you can right after you take your Vyvanse because that's only just going to benefit you, which is so annoying. I feel like protein is like everyone's like, well, have protein. It's like, can someone just make something that's like a hit of protein? Like, can I just like snort a line of protein because I just hate finding things.
You're like, if only they made protein in a powdered form. I'm like, I do. Boy, do I have a supplement for you. You know what you should get is protein shakes because then you just like jam.
I have them, dude. I have them.
Is it too much for you to like drink that though? Do you feel?
Yeah. I also just like I should probably find like a really good vegan one because I feel like there's just so much milk in it, but then you're not really getting.
They are really milky.
Protein that you need. Yeah.
No, they are really milky though, and like the whey always hurts my stomach. So
whey always hurts my stomach. It backs me up. Pea protein hurts my stomach. So yeah, I don't know, but those hacks, and then also I think if you can, getting the brunt of what you need done before 3 p.m. I don't know what it is about 3 p.m., but 3 p.m. seems to be the crash
that's the
zone for everybody with ADHD. And if you take Vyvanse, like you do get a crash and it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know. I feel like Martin gets home and he's hit that crash usually on the drive home, you know?
It's bad.
And like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'll literally be like,
my house in a way is almost like, when it comes to like finding things, is an ADHD person's nightmare because nothing is brightly colored in my home. Like it's all basically
right.
beiges, neutrals, like it's
everything
very,
looks
and
the
I'm
same.
everything kind of looks the
Stapler
same. And so
is
stapler
also
is
the mixing
beige.
spoon could be. What if you had a house where everything looked like you had
my God,
mixing
that would be
spoon shaped stapler, and then you also had a mixing spoon, and you had little mixing spoon paper clips.
Oh, dude, I thought you were going to say, what if everything in your house was literally the same color and you would have to sit for like an extra second or two to like make sure what you were grabbing like was the thing? Can you imagine? It'd be a fucking nightmare. But also I think about, because like one of the hacks I've read is like keep like your wallets and your keys and the important things that maybe you lose, if you're someone who like loses things, on like brightly colored trays or whatever. And I'm like, that's so great. Couldn't be my house. I'm not gonna have some bright ass yellow fucking tray. You're just gonna have to, I don't know, put an AirTag on your shit, because
I have AirTags on everything. Everything.
You're like, and I still can't find any of it.
And
You're like, then I forget to like use Find My.
Nope. Literally. And also Find My is such a scam. It doesn't even work. Every time I open the thing up, it'll be like updated 16 hours ago. I'm like, well, that's not useful, and it won't update. Scam.
Mm-hmm. I think the greatest hack when it comes to productivity and it comes to like ADD and ADHD and all that is setting timers and using SIRI to remind yourself. Like I always do voice command and I say, SIRI, remind me in 20 minutes to do this. SIRI, remind me in 2 hours to do this. Set an alarm for 7 a.m. to do this. Like I literally do that all day long.
I cannot function without my reminders. If I didn't put a meeting in for a reminder, there's no meeting.
It's not happening.
I will not look at my calendar and just go on a diet and go, oh, what do I have today? No, I need to have every single event, even when it comes to podcasting, everything is I get a notification the day before, I get it 5 minutes before, and then I get it at the time of event. Then I get it the morning of before, and I get it in the morning time so I can know, okay, this is what I have. And then I get it, you want to know list, then I get it like 2 hours before said event. So just in case I forgot.
Yep.
I have
now that's stacking the deck in your favor. Love that. I saw something recently. I saw this guy on Threads and he was like, my biggest ADD thing is like, I know the date of my doctor's appointment. I just didn't know that date was today.
No, literally.
Like that's my biggest struggle is like, I'll be like, no, I know that my dentist appointment is this day. I just didn't know that day was today.
God, that is my life. 100%.
Literally.
Before we leave, I just want to mention this weekend we went to a fun little music festival in the New Jersey area. Mm-hmm. And I want to say, I think people have lost their fucking mind, okay? When it comes to what they're charging people. Now, this was a free event, okay? But there was bounce houses there, okay? There was probably like 7 or 8 different like versions of a bounce house, whatever. They charged $5 per turn at the bounce house. $5
per kid.
So let's say your kid wants to go in the little like it was like a thing where you run up and then you slide down. Let's say your kid wants to do that twice. That's $10 off the top.
No, you're lying.
No, I'm not fucking lying, bro. I was like
per kid.
Per kid. I spent
no
$80 doll hairs.
No, that's Disneyland.
It's Disneyland. I literally have half a mind and I need to know, and I need you to help me gauge, and I need my listeners here to help me gauge if I should be writing an email. Because I asked them, I said, at first I was kind of like, oh wow, this is wowie. I said, is this like benefiting anything? Because if it was, I would have felt better about it. No. Nope.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
That is extortion. Because here's the situation that you're putting everyone in. Your kid is going to want to do this.
Your kid already saw the bounce houses, and now we're in line.
No, like You know what I mean? Because then
Dude.
then your kid's the one that isn't going on the bounce house. That's fucked up. I don't like that.
Should I be writing an email?
I think honestly, like I think I would. And I would just be like, I think the fact that you guys are setting this up and charging $5 a turn is insane. It should be you can buy this ticket pack. Because here's the benefit of something like that. So like when we have our local, very like terrifying carnival that goes on every year in our area, and it's like the worst rides you can imagine. But
absolutely, terrifying.
Anytime you go to like a local fair, you can buy a pack of tickets. And I think that that's great because then the kid can see, like, here's 5 tickets. Okay.
Yeah.
This is how you access the ride. But here's what I'm saying. It's great because the kid can be like, okay, I only have 5 tickets. This is how many things I can go on.
Yeah.
And that's it. They have a physical idea. Whereas if it's like $5, these kids are like, I don't know what $5 is. Like, I'm going on this thing. It's not right to like put parents through that. They should be selling a ticket pack.
Yeah.
And then you could be like, you can go on it 3 times. That's how many tickets we have.
Right. They had unlimited for $40. So I was like, so $80 is unlimited. I had 3 kids with me. No. I'm like, I'm not doing $120 for some shitty bounce houses. Like, this is absolutely asinine. And I had half a mind to like post it to the local Facebook page and say something, but no one had said anything. And I was like, I just think that this is extortion. And I just think that this is insane. And like, I'm sorry. I know the event is free, but it's free because it gives all these artists and all these vendors tons of visibility. Totally. And there's thousands of people who come. And I was just like, I don't know, part of me wants to say something, but then part of me is like, am I going to be that girl? But also part of me wants to be a hero.
But you're also not saying it should be free because everyone needs to be paid. I just think $5 a turn.
$2 for, or it could be like, hey, each of these bounce houses is 2 tickets and each ticket is $1. $2.
Or like,
here's
2 tickets. This bounce house is 2 tickets. You can be in there for 20 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you just do turns the way that you want, like a Ferris wheel. No, I would write them and be like, I think that this was, it was a terrible way to do this. It's so not fair to put parents in this position because you are putting them in a position to have to spend that money. Right. And it especially is a lot of money.
Kid thing there. You know what I mean? It's like, and then face painting was like $20. It's like, dude, I'm about to open up my own. I'm about to bring this shit that's in my backyard that I blow up ever so often. I'm about to bring my own little Crayola face paints and set my own shit up and make a killing.
It's tough because I know everything is expensive and it's so hard right now for everybody.
But it's hard, but like you're putting air into a thing. You already own the things.
No, I do agree with you 100% on that. And I do think you should say something. And I think that way they can be like, yeah, this isn't like fair. It just isn't. It's not fair in my opinion.
If it was benefiting something, I would be like,
sure. No, if it was like the local dog rescue or like St. Jude's, I'd be like, sure. Like they'll always get me with the St. Jude's. I'm like, absolutely. Listen, take it all. Rob me blind.
Drain it.
Drain the account. I don't care. If it's just like you and your company though, brother, I'm going to pop your thing. How about that? What if I go up and do a little.
Literally. Thank you.
Can you guys imagine? All right. I need you guys to weigh in on this. Please let us know how you feel about this.
Should I be a hero?
Should Hunter be a hero? Should she be a Karen? Should she write in about this? Should she let it go? What are your guys' thoughts? I just know that Mr. Hanky's bounce house is going to.
I know. And this event is coming every year. So every year I'm going to have to start saving for this.
Right. You need to start budgeting. You need to start budgeting for the town free fair. But that reminds me of, remember we had that family day thing that happened here. Yeah. And I went and literally everything costed an arm and a leg and I was pissed. I was like, wait a minute. But here's the thing. When you advertise something as being free, you need to like be like, it's free to enter, which I'm like, it's free to go to the park I go to all the time for free.
Right.
Like, don't advertise it as free.
Your bottom dollar it is.
Just call this the ruse that it fucking is. This is a shakedown. Welcome to the
Literally.
local Shakedown. Your town's
You
local
want
fucking
lemonade on a
grift.
100-degree day? $13, okay? For
Literally.
an 8 ounce.
It's giving Coachella. It's giving, we know that you're thirsty and you're going to pass out, so
I
we're gonna
know.
charge $30 for a water bottle.
Dude,
or you die.
we're all
$30 or you
fools.
die.
We're all fools.
At this point, I'll die because I'm not spending $30.
Overstimulated, broke, hungry, and
Overstimulated,
thirsty.
broke, and thirsty. The
The
American
name
dream.
of this episode.
All right, guys, we're going to leave you, though, on a positive note. Thank you guys so much for your positive feedback on the models, moguls, and mavens. We are very excited. We want to do like one episode on, one episode off so that, you know, the people
next
who
week we have another really exciting
we do.
person.
So we're going to do one episode on, one episode off where it's like you guys get to hear us kind of chat. I don't like when podcasts start just only having guests and like I like when it's like, okay, I get to hear them talk and do their thing
totally.
and have their kiki and then they have their guest. And then, you know what I mean? So we want to kind of spread it out a little bit. So it's not like just guest. So we're going to do that. But thank you guys so much for the positive feedback and how much you guys are loving the idea of it. And Yumi's episode was so fabulous. Just love her so much. And yeah, we just appreciate y'all. And we're excited for all the people that we have coming on the pod. We're so excited. Woo! But yeah, so we'll see you guys in next week's episode. Bye.
Love y'all. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of Model Citizen every Thursday. And please don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss any of the action. We want to hear from you. So please leave a rating and review and follow us on socials for all the behind the scenes action at Hunter McGrady and Michaela McGrady. And don't forget, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are capable of doing all wonderful things. Bye, guys.